He was by far and away the best hockey player, probably of all time. I mean, some people might say Gordie Howe, but I mean, I know for GOATs, there's a lot of discussion in the NBA and the NFL, and of course Major League Baseball. And you had a good show about who's better, Pete Rose or Ichiro, and you can look at the numbers. But I don't think there's much of an argument in hockey. I mean, I think it's basically understood that Wayne Gretzky so far was the single best player to put on skates, and he dominated games, and he just made guys look silly, and he was just fantastic. So watching that was a really thrill, and it worked completely for LA. It brought hockey to LA, and in a way that no one ever thought was going to happen. I mean, the famous joke was Jack Kent Cooke, who owned the Lakers and the Kings, thought, hey, there's hundreds of thousands, if not millions, of Canadians living in LA. Hockey's gonna be great. And then years later, he said, now I know why they all moved to LA. They hate hockey. But when Wayne Gretzky came, it was the whole star power. I mean, LA loves a star, so it's like Magic or LeBron or whomever all rolled into one. And he was fun to watch more than probably anything else. I don't really watch hockey that much anymore, but boy, watching Gretzky was pretty amazing.
So are you talking about Micah Parsons? Is that who you're thinking?
Correct, Micah Parsons, yes.
Okay, Micah Parsons, number 11, Dallas Cowboys. So here's the tiebreaker on why the greatest hockey player of all time is Wayne Gretzky. Over Gordie Howe, over Mario Lemieux, Yager, Sid the Kid, all these, Ovechkin. It doesn't matter. His nickname is the Great One.
Yeah, I guess you're taking it literally. He's the greatest.
I mean, they don't just hand out nicknames. Like, he didn't walk out and go, well, I'm going to call myself the Great One today. So I think you win.
As you know, I've been lobbying for a whole show on nicknames. But what I think is interesting is there are nicknames that are clearly, like contrived by sports writers that obviously no one ever called Wilt the Stilt, or I doubt people called Jerry West Mr. Clutch. But Raiders probably called Matuzak the Twos, right? I mean, like, hey, Twos, you want to go for a drink or whatever? I like nicknames that actually are real nicknames that people probably get called.
So you're saying that Mad Stork, hey, Mad Stork, get over. You think Ted was like turned around and looked? You don't think? I'll tell you what, here's the best nickname that the player hated. Slim Reaper, Kevin Durant. Like, I think that is just, I think that's pretty good. And he hated it. He said, no, don't call me that.
Yeah, that's a terrible nickname. I mean, but those, I mean, like Magic, Magic was called Magic in high school. And I remember I read an article about his mother saying, don't call him Magic. That's just too much pressure. And I remember vividly my second year of law school, I was the only Laker fan of our friends. Most of the friends were Blazer fans. That's there. And then there's one of the years that the Lakers lost early in the playoffs, and they were somewhere, and they sent me these postcards calling him Tragic Johnson and all this stuff. Magic is a big, that's a big load to live up to, but he did it. But, people called him Magic. I can't see someone saying to Kevin Durant, hey, Grim Reaper, let's go get a pizza, right? No.
Slim Reaper.
Slim Reaper, okay.
I mean, I think you're right. I mean, some of these things are contrived, or the ones that, Will the Thrill, he was called Thrill for quite a while. It wasn't like something that he called himself or anything like that. Of course, his first hits a home run off Nolan Ryan. So
do you think people called Al Hrabosky the Mad Hungarian? Hey, Mad Hungarian, let's go get some food. Probably not.
Back then, who knows? Like today, not. But, I mean, that would have been what, like 76, 77? I mean, he was originally, a Cardinal?
I think so, yeah.
Well, how about the Bird?
Mark Fitter. The Bird, they may have called him the Bird. I don't know. I mean, that to me is borderline. That to me is one of those things where maybe they did call him, hey, Bird. And I get that. But, some of these nicknames are so contrived and so obviously non-usable